She sent 6 older women to corner my daughter in a crowded market, berating her, calling her unchristian, demanding she obey her grandparents. I watched them swarm her like vultures. By nightfall, I had printed proof of years of lies, infidelity, and abuse, and handed it to every church member in her community. The fallout? Spectacular. If you've ever been judged, harassed, or shamed by people pretending to be holy, smash that like button, subscribe, and stay with me. This is not a story of slack revenge. It's a story of reclaiming dignity. My name is, you can insert name here. I'm 46 years old. My daughters are 17 and 15. My ex-husband passed away last year in an accident. But before that tragedy, there was betrayal, secrecy, and family fractures I never anticipated. He had had an affair and fathered 2 boys with another woman. After his passing, his parents, my ex-in-laws, tried to use that chaos to control our daughters, demanding custody, demanding they live with them. But my daughters knew the truth. They were not blind. They had learned about his cheating from texts, evidence, and their own intuition. They understood the betrayal, and they refused to pretend everything was fine. Our relationship with the grandparents was already fractured, so when my ex-mother-in-law started pressuring them emotionally, it stung. One weekend, for my younger daughter's 15th birthday, I decided to treat her, give her some money and let her roam the weekend market. Sweets, chocolates, little things to choose. She loved that kind of freedom. But that free stroll turned into a nightmare. After about an hour I called her. She called me first, sobbing. She said, "Mom, these women are cornering me. They're asking why I don't visit my grandparents, saying I'm unchristian." My heart dropped. I grabbed my older daughter and rushed to the market. I found her backed into a corner, tears on her face. Surrounding her, 6 older women, some I recognized from her grandparents' church. Their faces stern, their voices loud. One said, "You must obey your grandparents. You are ungrateful. You are not acting Christian." Another hissed, "Where are your manners, refusing to see your brothers?" My daughter tried to retreat. The women pressed in. I stepped in between. I told my eldest, "Pay her things, go to the car." Then I faced them, hands shaking, voice steady. They accused me of failing as a Christian wife, of abandoning duty, of causing their orphaned grandsons to suffer. I told them, "You do not get to speak to my child that way. You do not get to use your church to bully her." They kept yelling. The market authorities asked us to leave. The women followed us to the car. I got in, my daughters beside me, the women trailing like vultures. I drove off shaking. That night, I sat in my daughter's bedroom, comforting them, trying to assure them they were not wrong. Then I opened my laptop. I messaged a trusted church member, someone I had a cordial relationship with, and laid out what had happened. He was shocked. Then he forwarded me a post. My ex-Email had published a long, dramatic post in the church's Facebook group. She painted me and my daughters as cruel, callous, neglectful. She claimed we'd left her and her husband penniless, that the girls wouldn't talk to them, that the affair children were victims. She accused me of being unable to have more children, calling the affair partner a surrogate. She twisted the story to gain sympathy in her religious community. Immediately, she began receiving support, prayers, church posts of solidarity. The gossip machine ramped up. But in that moment I knew. I had the evidence. I had the text, pictures, the confessions, the cruel emails, and I had the right to reveal them. Tone methodical, firm. The very next day I took the day off. I went to a print shop and printed everything. Photos of my ex and his affair partner. Texts he'd sent admitting the affair. Emails from his parents supporting him, shaming me. Messages where they bullied my daughters about their half-brothers, calling them bastards and worse. I spent hours assembling binders. I made them look like church hymn packets. On the front, a photo of my ex and his affair partner, clearly together with his name, and affair partner's name love story. Inside, pages of texts, emails, confessions, cruelty, all clearly labeled. I paid for high-quality prints. I made them hard to ignore. Then, before the next church service, I walked into the church. At the back, there's a desk with hymn books and church materials. The place they never check. I slipped the binders in among song packets. Left them there discreetly. I sat in the pew, heart pounding, waiting. Tone intense, payoff. Within minutes, whispers started. Pages were passed, binders opened. Names were gasped out loud. Screenshots surged. The pastor was forced to step in and calm things. My ex-in-laws were called out, publicly. Members of the congregation began posting about the abuse, the bullying, the cruelty. The forum trolled the Mills post. The affair partner's name was dragged. Her support base collapsed. She posted a long lament about alienation, how no one cared, how she'd been misunderstood. But people weren't buying it anymore. She was shunned. People stopped attending her social gatherings. Her church standing collapsed. In the Facebook group, she was pushed back, criticized, and asked to leave. I got letters apologizing to me and my daughters. Invitations to rejoin the church for support. But I knew the justice wasn't in winning back membership. The justice was in having the truth spoken. Truth matters. When people weaponize religion, community, and lies, the strongest move is exposure done right. My victory wasn't revenge born of malice. It was reclaiming dignity for myself and my kids. If this story stirred you, hit that like button and tell me in the comments. Have you ever had your life twisted in a public space? And if you're here for real stories with real consequences, subscribe. I got more justice tales coming up.